Hello and a very good afternoon to Miss Flo, okay, and my all fellow friends. Today we are going to present about our slide, Strength and Limitation of Education Philosophy. I am Nadia.
I am Nur Fadila.
I am Sharizan.
I am Amy.
And my name is Jason John.
Okay, now let's dive into the introduction. First of all, in this intro, we're going to explain about the traditional education. About education in Malaysia. In Malaysia, we have three types of education, which is primary, secondary, and university. Which is in primary school, we have year 1 until 6 year, and then in primary secondary school is 5 years old, and in university we also have vocational education, school technical, and college, which is polytechnic, and all considered high education, and public or private university. Okay, first of all, let's dive into the traditional philosophy. What is traditional philosophy? Traditional philosophy is about the education, teacher, learning, culture value, and moral principle. It often includes discipline and a clear distinction between teacher as a knowledge provider and student as receiver. For example, idealism and behaviorism.
Okay, so next we are going to explain about the first traditional philosophy, which is idealism. So, belief of Kant. So, reality is shaped by the mind, and education should develop students' intellectual and moral potential through reasoning and critical thinking. So, the strength is encourage deep intellectual engagement, reasoning, and then the limitations is may neglect practical, real-world knowledge and experiences. So the strategy based on the SKP Tingkatan 1 Bahasa Melayu. So it's use penyelesaian masalah, which is penyelesaian masalah ialah aktiviti PDP yang mencabar pemikiran murid untuk menyelesaikan masalah. Murid perlu menggunakan kemahiran, prinsip dan juga teori yang telah dipelajari untuk menyelesaikan masalah yang diberikan. Selain itu, penyelesaian masalah secara kolaboratif perlu digalakkan dalam aktiviti bilik darjah. Ini kerana idealism merupakan filosofi di mana memerlukan critical thinking. Oleh itu kami menggunakan strategi ini, yaitu penyelesaian masalah.
Okay, so next, the traditional philosophy, behaviorism, belief of John Locke. Learning is a result of environmental conditioning, and behavior can be shaped through reinforcement, positive or negative. It emphasizes teacher control, environmental and structured activities. Okay, so the strength of behaviorism, high effective in shaping behavior, especially in structured learning environments, encourage discipline and measurable outcomes. So the limitation of behaviorism may ignore emotional, cognitive and intrinsic aspects of learning, focusing too heavily on external control and reinforcement. Strategi based on the SKP Form 1 Bahasa Melayu, we choose pembelajaran berasaskan inquiry, yang mana pembelajaran berasaskan inquiry ini adalah merupakan pendekatan PDP yang berpusatkan murid secara menyeluruh. Murid mencari dan menyelidik suatu perkara atau peristiwa secara sistematik, kritis dan analitis sehingga dapat merumuskan jawaban kepada persoalan dengan penemuan sendiri dengan yakin. Guru berperanan sebagai fasilitator untuk membimbing proses penerokaan dan refleksi, misalnya melalui aktiviti soal jawab. Ciri-ciri pembelajaran berfokus kepada hipotesis yang hendak diuji, sikap, penggunaan dan pengesahan fakta atau bukti dan rumusan. Ini adalah contoh video yang berkaitan dengan behaviorism, yang mana guru berinteraksi dalam kelas bersama murid-murid semasa sesi pembelajaran berlangsung.
Okay, next is about the modern philosophy. What is modern philosophy? Modern philosophy is refer to more student-centered, emphasizing critical thinking, creativity, and real-world application. It promotes flexibility, personal growth, and social change, often allowing students to actively participate in their learning. For example, include progressivism and constructivism, which focus on adapting education to individual needs and society progress.
So next, the first modern philosophy is constructivism. Based on belief of John Dewey, students build understanding through experience, reflection, and connecting new information to prior knowledge. The strength of constructivism promotes deep understanding and critical thinking. And limitation of constructivism may not provide enough direct instruction for students who need clear guidance. So the strategy based on the SKP Form 1 Bahasa Melayu dalam konstruktivism, pembelajaran berasaskan project ataupun project based learning. Pembelajaran berasaskan project, dia mengaplikasikan dan menggabung jalinan pengetahuan, kemahiran dan nilai yang dipelajari daripada berbagai disiplin ilmu untuk menyelesaikan masalah. Murid menggunakan maklumat yang baru dan lama untuk menghasilkan sesuatu yang nyata.
Okay. Lastly, this is modern philosophy, which is progressivism. Based on belief of John Dewey, education should be based on the interests and experiences of students. These are strengths which encourages creativity, adaptability, and learning through experience. Meanwhile, the limitations is can lack structure, which may not suit all learners of or environment. So there are a few examples in this progressivism, such as hands-on projects, group work and collaborations, environments that promote exploration and creativity. So we can see the video as example of So these are strategy based on the SKP Form 1 Bahasa Melayu. So in progressivism, it's with for pembelajaran kooperatif. Pembelajaran kooperatif ialah satu kaedah PDP dalam kumpulan yang mana membolehkan murid itu belajar sambil membantu antara satu sama lain untuk menyelesaikan satu tugasan. Setiap ahli kumpulan perlu bekerja sama, berkongsi idea, bahan dan juga peralatan untuk mencapai matlamat mereka dalam kumpulan dalam menyelesaikan masalah aktiviti mereka. So, pembelajaran kooperatif dapat menghasilkan tugasan kumpulan untuk mewujudkan interaksi, semangat bekerja sepasukan dan latihan kepimpinan di antara mereka. So, this is example of video. Di sini kita boleh lihat bagaimana pelajar bekerja sama untuk menyelesaikan masalah ataupun bekerja sama dalam menjalankan aktiviti mereka.
Okay, the last one is about the conclusion. In this conclusion, we believe that every education has their advantage and disadvantage. Contohnya, pengalaman pendidik yang lengkap dan proaktif boleh diperoleh dan digunakan dalam kaedah campuran yang menggabungkan kesemua filosofi. Ini merupakan reference yang kami guna untuk memperoleh informasi tambahan untuk menyiapkan tugasan ini. That's all from us. Thank you.